Let me make sure people can they can see. What is
I gave you so many songs, and I hope that's so. Well, if you need more, I have so many. Oh yeah? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be here for like 2 hours. Can I look at what you have? I'm just putting them on the playlist. Is that cool? I'm adding. Hope that's okay with everyone. All right, go ahead, DJ. I'm sorry.
We had today. I'll see how long
Just because it's COVID regulations, I'd say I first look for you guys to be safe. I think we're just going over to the park time. Let's hold this.
Yeah, we'll check that out.
Maybe I'll cross. Boss, what are we gonna do to set up the projector stuff? Yeah. Why is it unplugged again? Oh, I think it is plugged in.
What's up, mister?
Okay, it's on. You have it plugged into yours? Yeah, just because I would have the video on my thing.
That's all I
Where's the actual? Where's the slideshow? Oh, it's on right there. We need to go to like settings or something to sync it. I don't think you should need to. I can kind of see. Oh shoot! Yeah, my finger is. Yeah, I think it's starting to be there, but we're gonna have to wait. Oh yeah, because for the set. All right. So yeah, just like let's close this up for now.
Ain't no way to explain the same how painful the hangover was today. In front of the toilet, hands and knees, trying to breathe in between the dry hands. I'm making me some coffee, thinking I drink so it's hard to take back out. Relax and chill, have a stand still, and I'm back. Thinking to smell fresh hands, I'm sitting out the back door, fell down the stairs. Sunlight hitting the eye like it's there. Niggas last night, last night, me trip on my right side, nigga that you grass, that's right. On the feel my side, it's a piece of me, still happy to look and takes that I forgot that I was asked. We wouldn't see exercises like me, but I take something to me, fire and speed. So, ties got the cheeks and side, hot cold, festival summertime. The boys ain't one good, solid, it's like sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. Feel it in the skin, warm in the eyes. Try to get into it, I love the days and the shines. Roll to the shine, sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. Feel it in the skin, warm in the eyes. Try to get into it, I love the days and the shines. Roll to the shine. If I could, I would keep this feeling in the passage. I'll slide over someone's acting out. Send it down, bars in the background. Things like treats and all folks in classic cars. Every day gets passes, success. And every day gets better with a sunshine. Sunshine on the streets and shit. Let's get chips, show me the moves and let this. I ain't since I see smiles flash. This time's like feeling in the fashion. Feeling on the heat, looks up the action. Streets look out on the flies and up kids to action. Locking up my ankle on the sticks, man. Feeling like I'm figuring out my street. Let me take it on me. It's like it all wrong. I'm not the game, it's all wrong. Ain't nothing like the sound of the leaves on the breeze and the kicks. These outside things. Leaving up the kicks, more watching the ride. They're all on the streets, taking out the block. So simple, I had to respond to it. When I came home, I'm very open like the windows. Speak level like top down stops. They're fresh into summers now. Feel it in the street, warm in the eyes. I'm trying to get into me. I love the days and the shines. Roll with the shine. Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. Feel it in the street, warm in the eyes. I'm trying to get into me. I love the days and the shines. Roll with the shine. Roll with the shine. Roll with the shine. Roll with the shine. Roll with the shine.
Be more aware of how more fucking like
The synergy between the caramel and cookie electrics is a scalable, delicious mix solution that marries and amplifies with elements of snackability. I think you'll find, of course, that the caramel hot cookie and cookie of the right place. But there's an best in the last blue sky babies using our synergy. Synergy.
Let's rub it up at flagpole. Let's pick a side. Let's settle this.
If you have a presentation looks like a hot sauce, you can go shut it down and protect yourself from close. You can utilize DHS.gov /protect yourself.
I don't know. See if it's good.
Can I play a song? I'm sorry. I didn't add to the playlist.
It's fine. I can add it to the 75 minutes. Are you jealous? Are you jealous? Oh, okay. Wait, I'm just saying. Pretend it didn't take you a whole minute to find the playlist.
Huh?
Pretend it just didn't take you a whole minute to find a single playlist.
That's what?
What do you think of your song?
Huh?
What song?
Register. I didn't add it to the playlist.
Yeah, okay.
Girl, register girl. Yes.
All right, sweet. Wait, we're going? There's a lot of people.
After that, Wait, someone's calling Joe's. That's like the second one. Yeah, I see some names.
Yeah, I think those are the.
That makes sense. They probably are.
There's like most positive, yeah. But I couldn't find the other one. That's like the only one. Yeah. This is Little Shop of Horrors right here. Well, that one's the best actor. That one's really good.
Oh, Sarah made that one.
You know what these are for?
They're like just the theater awards. Like this one is like best new techie. This one's funniest person, I think. Technical difficulty. That one's like a best actor in the senior project, I think. It's like yeah, like best either ensemble or lead.
Okay, I got it. That's a good.
MC made that one. It's like best filmer.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not.
Then this is for best murderer.
I don't know. It's gonna say the best duo.
What is this? Is this Pippin? This is a Pippin mask for sure. You and I voted for
Welcome back to Gorzons.
Did we miss any BTS?
I don't think so.
Yes. Look at the playlist. We did not. Yes.
Hey!
Hi, how are you?
She's doing wonderful. How's it going?
Well, I and so
Yeah, I was just, and then it like takes a few minutes to warm up.
we may kind of lift it. Like, and then we're going to like see down here. So
Can we just move this over here? You got it? Do we have
yeah, that's better. We can figure it
Oh, when we're gonna start yeah.
I'm gonna give
I know.
It's the one they performed for.
Why do you know this? Can you add how many people
I'm not sure it's on Spotify.
That's awesome.
No one can see anything. 4 people. They're gonna project it. You have one more song after
Yeah, and then Miss Waterman. Yes, she completely on top. That's it.
Yeah. And
Hi, Terry. How are you? Good. How are you? Are you excited? Yes. Yeah, I went to Claire. Yeah. What about you? What about you? My minor is Spanish, so I know my minor is Spanish. No, I know, and I speak Spanish, so it's pretty easy for me. Wait, were these retaining cups? What? Where's Houston's? Oh no, these are the awards. These are the things. I wish we could. Let's get back. I told you guys to do that.
video.
Well, and I can ask her when she's back.
The vodka. And the vodka.
That make an entrance. I love it. I love it. Hi. I'm in Todd. Yes! Yes! Yeah, but we're not going to do that. Just turn it on and you can't see it. So we'll do it after we chat for a little bit, and then we'll do some stuff.
Reggie, I miss you, brother. Miss you. I miss you. He's live streaming.
Reggie's live streaming?
Yeah.
Oh. Hi. Hi, Tiana. Can they hear? this.
Yeah, what are you presenting now or
I think we're gonna get started.
the slideshows? Okay.
We've got to wait till that scene hits. So what time is it?
It is
7:04.
So in an hour.
should be okay. It should go down.
But let's present awards. And then we'll do everything.
Good, we have 5 people and 3 likes.
Should I get up here and then are you gonna? So who's your band?
I just have to control the live.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Hi, Reggie. What's up, Reggie?
What's my computer at?
51%. Yeah.
Can I plug my phone in? Is that okay?
What colors do you think that's also?
And I'm also gonna need to plug my computer in.
There's a power strip.
Do you want to hand me the top? What? Do you want to hand me the other end?
Basically.
That'd be easier. This is so cute. Cool.
No. That's what.
Yeah, I can come back and help.
Yeah, let's actually put them in order. Let's just do it right now. Here.
It's loading.
Basically.
Okay, so where? Murphy. All right. Okay, so. Yeah. All right. What's your best part?
All right, listen. Here, just understand this. I was just sitting here, and Mr. I had this epiphany. We were, of course, being theater teachers, Miss Wasson. We're amazed by, first of all, your costumes. They are amazing. Really good. All of them really balanced. And I mean that in every sense of the word. Watching you guys out there, and I know that we're in a landlocked state, and I know that we're in a very urban place, but I do feel like some people who have lost my way. I come out to City Park and I look at that, and there's a conflict there. And I just want to remind you that you are one. Those of you are one. So, and you walked out there, and I saw you out there listening in your dresses and in the various colors and in that tapestry of just beauty. I hope you guys understand. It is beautiful here. There's beauty everywhere. There's cool stuff everywhere, and you guys are part of it. I saw people walking in, and they were trying to peek in, and I'm like, what's going on in there? And I just think that that's really good space. So I think, even though this is, I don't know what this is, but it's a very small version, and we've been living it, and that's okay. That's okay. The people that need to be here are here. I'm very grateful. I like the fact that this looks like a school within a school. You understand what I mean by that? And hey, that's like a compliment for a school where it doesn't feel like it has an identity. Did you hear just what I'm saying? This is a cool little place. Thank you guys. You guys are part of this. And even though we may get on each other's nerves from time to time, we are sitting together, and we're eating together, we're dining together, we're going to celebrate together. Thank you guys for making this really complicated year a little easier. Let's start by celebrating awards. Guys, come up here, come around. Ladies and gentlemen, Jen. Tatiana, please. I don't know if you heard, but it should be shouted from the rooftops. You have a new head, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, and I always say that because I feel like I'm busy here worried about anything. I feel like it's very quiet. There's been communication that's been 2021. But the thing is that you know, our head angel. Our head angel! All right, so Jazz, are you guys ready? Have you guys come up?
Did you guys come up for the last one?
All right, it's yours. It's yours. Ladies and gentlemen, the host of the evening, your three lovely people.
An award today. For the person who won actor in the play of 12 Angry Men.
No.
And it is. I'm kidding, I don't know.
Welcome to the stage.
Hi, Tiana.
Thank you, boss. Thank you, Cass. Okay, now I have the cast of 12 Angry Men. This was Murphy's cast. That should have been an award of its own, but we gotta say one actor really stood out, and that actor is Ella Okay, first off, I'd like to thank my mom. Also Murphy, and also my whole cast, and also everyone who helped with that weird on the show. This person has spent so much hours helping Miss Boss. Put some energy on this. And they spent multiple hours helping Miss Boss. Day and night. No pay! No pay! How to make sister out. He, she, they, them. Yeah. Helps with senior projects. Yeah. What a word. Give it up for Julia.
Two sentences. I wish I was paid.
Must I say the people who were supposed to pay her money were the seniors? What'd you say? The seniors! I paid you! Hey, that's not paid you! All right.
This is for Jeanette.
You got it for duet? Yeah. Okay. The winners for duet competition are Fiona and
Amani.
Imani, you are the
I just want to say it was so great working with Fiona. Even though we were on an online platform and things were weird, it was great, and I'm just blessed, and I'm just grateful for everyone, for all you guys. Thank you.
All right. This next award was a write-in, right? It was a write-in.
I think so.
No. But we had a little fluke, but that doesn't matter. Best freshman goes to Kayla.
star. The one that was most likely to think outside the box was DJ
I was not expecting this at all. I was just showing up for hell of it. But thank you. Thank you so much for this award. I will turn to this friend.
Part 3. This person is new to this company, but not new to East High School. Wow. This person will be the next person to take.
Come on.
This person will be the first person or the next person to spend multiple hours helping Miss Moss, Mr. Murphy, and upcoming seniors. The person who won Best New Techie is stage practice better than Peter.
You're on the best dress. Don't worry, guys. This is what you would have to. So this person has worn great clothes all year long. And that's always hands never knew, but that's what matters. This award goes to Rita.
And everyone can go to me for this. And my style icons, Maddie French, Fiona Sullivan,
Film is cool. Film is dope. Do you guys like film? Yeah! Well, the most creative filmer is, drumroll please.
Thanks to my really wonderful cast who I told to roll in the dirt and they did it. Thank you so much.
These awards go to the best actors.
In Little Shop of Horrors.
Two for one.
And one for all. They were great in Little Shop of Horrors. They were the reason why people did not leave.
Yeah.
But
Let me say, they were also probably the most creative filmer from their cinematography.
the best to work with, the kindest of people. Please give it up for.
And
Thank you so much.
we know and love. I'm working with them.
Good idea.
Let's give it up for the one and only Jahanian.
This person, I never knew. Didn't know well.
What?
Didn't get know well. But she has gone as you. Put many hours into making these productions wonderful, fantastic, beautiful, heartwarming. The person who won Best Design and Little Shop of Horrors, the musical, was I'm actually not that good at knock jokes, but the funniest person was the one and only Amelia
I got that funny. You guys just laughed. Thank you.
Amelia, that was fun.
We're up for this is worst technical difficulty, but I think we should think of it as that technical difficulty. And I'm gonna say this technical difficulty was so bad I had to leave the Google. I couldn't do it. But this award goes to an individual, even though the individual didn't cause the difficulty. But give it up for Murphy's cat. And them performing live. And the award goes to Mary Sullivan.
and Google and Mr. Youngquist and my
were more outstanding than others.
Sorry to break it to you.
The students have voted on this.
On this award, they all picked one outstanding senior, and that outstanding senior is the theater company is known for its technical difficulties. We never let that stop us. We all see senior projects. Yeah. It was the best it could have been. Yeah.
That is right.
One senior went through the worst of it, in my opinion. So,
The best.
and their senior project was just so good that not only did they perform live, but they also had technical elements. The senior who won Best Technical Design in the senior project was look how cute this son is. First of all, who raised the best? Okay, well, anyways, positivity is important, especially in a country. Positivity is always super important, especially in years like this. There's one student who's always spreading positivity and making sure everyone has a smile on their face. The person who is the most positive is Fiona! I hated you all. We're gonna take a hot little break here. Sorry. Yeah, you're doing it right now. Yep, you're doing it now. Okay. Before we get to the last couple of awards, I want us all to relive my favorite performance from the year. And my favorite performance happened during the in-person Black Box. When Jessene Taylor performed You're Welcome from Moana. In fact, I've never listened to Moana before. I know I'm a horrible person. However, Jessene was my inspiration to listen to the CD, which is really a great soundtrack. But every time I hear that song, I will permanently have Jessene burned into my head. So I just want to take a moment and I want to
have Jesne relive that moment for us.
Come on! I see what's happening here. Face to face with greatness and it's strange. You don't even know how you feel. It's horrible. It's nice to see that humans never change. Your eyes, let's begin. Yes, it's really me, it's not a villain. It's not the head. What can I say?
Reggie said he's coming. Reggie's coming. He said that 21 minutes.
That's right. He's on his way. I actually talked to him.
All right. So I have the fortune and the honor of working with several students closely over the course of a year, being the teacher that works with stagecraft. And Billy, come on down. Okay. So I had the fortune of having this student for the last 4 years. And it's very rare that I get to say that I work with a student for all 4 years in as much detail as I did with this student. And so, and I'm really grateful.
This person set off a bomb in stagecraft last year. By bomb, I mean shit things up and basically expose some things in stagecraft, which I'm really grateful for. And this person has given a lot of time and energy. And I'm actually really disappointed that they're not here. But that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be honored for their time and their energy and their creativity and what they did for this department. And so, and you guys heard their work if you came to the drive-in on Wednesday. You all are extremely talented people. But there's some work that needs to be done locally. And thank goodness we had Lilia on our team. Lilia spent hours upon hours, not only at the school, but at home, trying to get some of you to turn in their material and took what they received and basically made gold out of it. And so thank you to Lilia for all of your hard work for the last 4 years. You will be missed.
This gets, I'm sure it gets tiring after a while. This is going to feel like this. Honestly, about why she gets most positive, why at graduation she got up. Because that's when you give that. That's what gets given unto you. Praise gets praise. Learn that lesson. We don't operate with a superpower this time because these high school adults, we value diversity. We love it. So when you can speak with genuineness, people will see and they see and go, oh, you see me in spite of my message. Even if I'm lying. Even if I'm my little thing, my little weird thing, my little you sarcastic. And I'm serious. You need to know that. Because there's this blessing of Abraham. That God said, I'll make your name famous.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I want you to know this. Your name will be famous. Listen, try to hear me. And I am not saying TikTok famous. I know that is something famous. But I'm saying maybe famous in your own community. Listen. I'm saying maybe even famous in this small little public county called Denver. I'm saying maybe famous in your university that you go to, in that theater department that you're going to radicalize and change. I'm saying that you're made famous wherever you go. And stop thinking it has to be LA, it has to be some sort of lights or it has some sort of hierarchy. I'm just saying your name will be known. Every single one of you. And Fiona, let Fiona be a parable. Let Fiona be an example of this. To walk in light, to walk in love. And even when it's hard to do that, and even when you feel like, I know there was times when you came in and you were like, I hate this. Feel like, oh, because how you act is really so Jim, when we hear this, but we love you, and that's fine. And thank you for helping us. God is love Seniors. Thanks. Thank you.
Oh, are you ready? Let's see.
We've got a movie, so hopefully it comes out.
A movie is going to be a lot longer than this. It's like not a movie.
And by the way, listen to me. There are seniors, if you did the little forward mask, let me just tell you something. You are here. The mask is purposeful. It's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper with some paint. And I'm going to hey, those kids that came in and painted and did all that stuff, so just know that. You know the sister who died on the next, a little 8th grade was painting things for you guys. And here's what I'm just going to say.
I think we need to set it up.
You guys,
Come with me, you guys.
You don't know what you're going to become yet. So this is just an example. This is just make-believe. You're not living yet. You still got life to live. I promise you. Hey, did you do that?
Which one is this?
Yes. Oh, good. There's Reggie. Reggie,
Good idea.
We miss you. Look at Reggie.
Hi. They're about to present some videos, so I'm gonna put you guys there so that you can see the videos. Hopefully we don't get like
All right,
blocked or
before we
anything.
start, I would like to say sorry for Stagecraft is veteran theater, but it's very close. The flipping off was from anxiety and deep affection. Just ask my sister. I flip her off all the time. Please don't hate me.
Please don't. You just made it smaller.
All right, do you want to test sound?
Sure. Test it with a BTS song. I know Jez would love that. Okay, it's working. Now it's still. I'm sorry, Jez. I didn't mean to tease you like that. it louder.
So we get it up here.
Line them up, then show the video, and then. Okay. Okay. So one of the things that it's that time of the evening.
where, yeah, it's bittersweet, isn't it? This is where we turn the programming almost entirely over to the seniors again. And you guys get to say some final words, if you will. But before we do that, what I'd like to have, or Mr. Murphy and I would like to have you do, is we would like to have all of the seniors in the space come up and line up. So, yeah, we have.
Plank on each side. Try to even it out.
So.
Because then you need to watch a video too.
Yeah. So come on up.
Like a flake. I haven't tried this entire senior grade. This is going to be a long time. All right, let's do it.
I'm not a senior, I'm a graduate.
Now listen, this was a really revolutionary book for me when I read it. This was given to me by a friend and a mentor that is still in my life and still serving these principles that have served me forever. Things elevated, you don't even know what she invests her life. She does the books. She does all the accounting for a nonprofit that is actually the only thing that pays for the speech and debate program. It's because we are really in the school. We run our own budget. We fundraise our own. We have our own secret board. And it's not so secret, but we have a board of directors that we manage money. And it comes from really smart people. And I know that you guys don't care about managing money. I think you're in high school. But you're going to care about it one day. And I'm going to try to just tell you something. There's really smart people that ask them what they're reading. Ask them what they're reading. People that are really impressive in your life that you want to get to know. They are getting something in their brains that you need. She gave me this book. She says, that is super helpful. And so I told Ms. Foss about this. She also gave this book. She's also been her too. And so we said, for years I used to give this book out as a tradition to the seniors because it was that helpful. I stopped doing it. And I told Ms. Foss about it. She's like, let's do that. Bring that back. So, guys, so, okay, so, sorry, we're so interrupted by an assignment. A mom. Yes. All right, so okay. So, what I want you to understand, we wrote in this that it said to agree you have to say yes. To agree you have to say yes. And what I just want you to understand is that there's a series of 4 agreements that I just like this idea. You guys, it's very hard in this world to say yes and then to build on each other's idea. Ella said something really really interesting to me. She says, I discovered a new type of person. I said, what is that? She says, yes, but you're still saying no. You guys, in order to believe, you have to say yes. You have to say yes. You have to agree. You have to be in agreement. You have to stand in agreement. You have to be on one accord. Even though you may be different, and you may be different politically and racially or whatever, you have to be in agreement. This helps. You hear what I'm saying? So that's the idea. I would encourage you to read it. Let it find you. Let it find you. I'm not saying giving you a homework assignment. Put it in the other books that I'm sure someone else has got you, like, oh, the places you'll go or something. This is a little bit more practical. So we wanted to do that. Ms. Foster, anything to say about the book in particular, or anything in that you want to kind of?
So, having gotten to know all of you, some longer than others, you're here right now because you have a dream and you are willing to play. So thank you. That's all I got.
So this video, and who created this video so we can give credit right now to that person? Kai,
Were we standing up for the video?
Oh, Amelia, how long is this video? Should they stand or should they sit? Why don't you guys go sit down? Yeah.
I'm like, he was giving.
Wait till y'all are ready.
It's been a while. I'll show you cry.
So, now you guys have the opportunity to say your goodbyes. Remember, there's two people on the YouTube Live, but there's people here that you may want to say goodbye to. So, whoever wants to get started, the floor is yours. Okay, Gio.
So, I know I don't talk much about myself. I kind of just show up, do my thing, but I would like to tell you guys what theater really meant. And, you know, I started it off like very misguided, and actually Rita played a part in getting into it, whether you know it or not. Got me to audition with one of my friends in senior projects, and I thought nothing of it. I thought I was just gonna go and get it over with. But then I was given an award, and it felt like so culty. And it was cool. It felt like an initiation that it was like, I really didn't know what I was getting myself into, because like I've been told consistently that I was just good enough, but like Murphy and Boss were some of the first people to tell me that I kind of sucked and that I had a lot of work to do. And it was the Boss that saw that potential in me from just the first class that I had with her. And it's Murphy kind of just like reaching out to me. And Murphy's very interesting because no matter how hard I try and how hard I try to like compose myself and kind of just keep to myself, Murphy just sees right through me. And I just grew to know that he has like some of the strongest vision that I've ever come to witness, because he can kind of just inspire this creativity and this purpose within kids. And like, if I'm being completely honest with you, like I would probably be so deep into drug addiction that I wouldn't be able to support the people that I think deserve it the most. And they gave me a clear path that kind of separated me from my brothers, but it was really good. And I felt like I wouldn't have any purpose, and I probably would have not been alive to like tell you guys this. And yeah, thank you for you guys seeing me.
Who's going next?
Yes, I wrote a poem, so we're gonna do that.
guys know I'm kind of addicted to black boxes. As there's never been a year where I haven't at least done 3 black boxes. So this is about that. All right. The future is not made of black walls. Now it smells of grass overflowing with spring chill. Now it smiles behind fabric and genuine crow's feet near tearful eyes. It is knit from quaking fingers, attentive caring ears, hollow banging palms, drumming for an encore. Tonight this place is not contained in floor-backed walls. It is encased in our heads' creases, cradled in our lax laps. Now it is blanketed by a setting sky and orange zebra clouds. It is accumulated from eager endings, desperate beginnings, an endless story never finished by relinquishing our obligation. Now this place is wherever we go, into blackened rooms, laborious sweat flowing from the mortar, into a hallway we barely remember and barely feel lost in anymore, into streets lined with haikus, dappled bluebird realities, into people who sound like me, not in voice, but in 4 black walls, where we made a nest for ourselves, where we told stories to strangers who in any other moment would not have time to stop and attend. On a stage made of dirty circumstances, we sprout despite a snow's high tide in April. This gathering is allowing us to fail, to be sickly but unguarded to the disease of fear. Future is no longer in the black box. For me, for these children blooming in the middle of winter, it is the greatest definition of freedom.
Sorry, but I don't want them to miss it. I don't want them to miss it.
Why'd you like this?
I'll go. I'm going.
There.
Okay, so I don't really know how I got here. Freshman year, somehow I was cast in Footloose, even though I couldn't dance and I could hardly act. And I just came back the next year, and it was kind of just like going through the motions. I wanted to hang out with the people that I met here, and I just felt like I could, change and grow with everyone, and it was lovely. But I didn't really love theater the way that I love it now until my junior year. When we were signing up for Sister Act auditions, I remember my brother got diagnosed with cancer, and I didn't want to do anything. I quit the cross country team even though I had run varsity 2 years, and I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to sit in my empty house and eat the meals that other families had prepared and dropped off for me. And somehow I convinced myself to audition, and it was the best idea I ever had. I traded an empty house for dog piles behind the set, and yeah, beautiful memories, and I really was able to feel like home, and I just saw so much strength in all of the younger people like Brandon and Addie and Audrey and Tatiana, and I just really wanted to be here, and I wanted to get some of that. I wanted to figure out how to be as strong as you guys. I think that I figured it out, maybe. But yeah, you guys have been great. It's been lovely having you and seeing you and knowing you. Yeah.
Yes, sir!
Most of you guys don't know me. If you don't know me, I'm Monty. I first started off in freshman year. I still the same height. Still very awkward, just a little bit. But my freshman year, I was too nervous to audition for anything. And then my sophomore year, I auditioned for Pippin. But first, be honest, it was supposed to be as a joke. We were fighting as a joke. And then Jariel dropped down, and KB were like, shit, we might as well go. So we went, and we got past it. And then we went back to callbacks, and then everything, we saw all these new people that we were surrounded with, and it was amazing, like getting to know other people, and with different styles and from different places. It was just amazing to get to know a lot of you guys. And I just want to say that for those that I do know and I got a chance to get to know or be close with, you will forever be on my mind. I think about you constantly. I'm quiet as hell, so I do apologize if I haven't talked to you guys. I'm just shy. I'm not fake, I promise. I do want to say that thank you, Miss Boss and Mr. Murphy, for helping me get out of my shell. Because if I didn't enjoy theater, I'd still be like much awkward, and I'd probably be out here shaking like you see my fucking legs. I'll probably cry because I have really bad anxiety. But I'm surprised I'm not pissing myself. But I do want to say one of the performances that helped me get out of my shell the most was freshman year class, and I believe it was called Rockstar. I took it upon myself to shake my hips on stage in front of everybody, including my ex-boyfriend who broke my heart over the summer, and I was a freshman. So yeah, but yeah, I just want to say, like, for those who are freshmen or those who are younger classmates, continue to do theater. It's going to change your life. As much as you're not going to think it is, but it definitely is. I'm up here talking to you guys, and I would never do that back in the day, ever. I'm just my tiny self up here talking to you guys. I feel so awkward now, but thank you. I'm not done. I do want to say this, and Tiana, my love, I'm going to miss you so much. And I didn't get to go to school, I didn't audition for that. But I'm going to miss you so much. I'm going to miss you. This little thing right here, Please, if you haven't had a chance to get to know her, please get to know her cute. And then Reggie and Dom, you fell off. I'm gonna miss you. I love you since freshman year. You're gonna forever be my best friend. I don't care what you do. Thank you. I'm not even surprised. You know all of it. All of it. I don't even know where to start. Okay, I'm gonna start off freshman year in theater. I had Boss as my teacher. She was intimidating as hell. She scared the shit out of me. I was so scared that I would mess up and she would just yell at you. Cause if y'all seen Boss yell at you, that's something you want to avoid. But But then that's when, yeah, freshman year I wasn't involved in theater at all. It was just a class I took because of my older sister Nubia also had boss, and so she encouraged me to take theater just as like an extracurricular class. And then that's when sophomore year, I don't know, that was like the phase where like I was like gaining my confidence the most. Like your girl got cheated on, like the whole situation with my dad. And then the whole situation with my dad, for those of you who don't know or didn't know, he's an immigrant. He got caught up with ICE, and he was like going through a whole year of like constant court cases. And then that's when eventually it got caught up to him, and he got deported. So yeah, sophomore year I had to go through a lot of that, like just the court cases. But then that's when I had invested my time into STRAC and the senior projects, and that's when I had like officially invested myself in theater, and that's where I was involved the most. And then junior year, that's when it all went down. That's when they did catch my dad, and like it was the worst. Like I remember I had dropped diary and Anne Frank because I just couldn't do it. Like I had lost complete motivation to do anything whatsoever. And then that's when I was in Murphy's class, and Murphy, his speeches would just like hit home for me all the time because I was lost. And then he was the one that like just made me realize that like it's, you know, like even though if shit goes down, like you need to think positive, you need to see the better out of everything. And so he was always the one that just made me like think out of the box and just like do better for myself regardless of whatever goes down. And just like because of these two, like I was able to like grow up to be the person that I am now and have the confidence that I have now. And then it also just made me realize, I think the breakthrough moment for me was speech camp or theater camp. If y'all remember the box, I was in the angry box and I was just punching the floor. I was in it. I was so into it. If those of you who remember, that was like the breakthrough for me. And like theater is just where like you can just let it all out. Literally, nobody cares nobody cares about like anything. Like you can be yourself no matter what. Like you can be the weirdest, the dumbest, the funniest. Like you can be yourself no matter what. And like, oh my gosh, Gio. Oh my gosh, I've known this guy since freshman year, and to this day, he still thinks I smell like hot dog water. All the time. But I remember it. He was just someone that would just bring it all onto stage. Or like dog. Like I'm just basically like with theater, like I've met so many new people that I didn't expect to be friends with, especially Dominique. Like I remember seeing you Pippin, and I was like, who is this girl? Like like you just be sitting, like you were always doing something else. Or like Reggie was just always there with knowledge, just like bringing the dancing all the time. Or like Germani, that's who I got really close to during theater. And then Atiana, don't even get me started with you, bro. Like having your mom as like the teacher just like showed how much you reflect. Like she reflects on, you reflect on, and you get what I'm saying. You like your mom, bro. Yeah. But yeah, like I remember there was callbacks, and she was like that tiny little girl in the green shirt that was like, you know, we were like put into different groups. Anyways, she was like she I can't even fucking talk. But I saw her and I was like, she's so tiny. Like, you sure she's supposed to be here? But yeah, I'm glad I didn't cry because I really thought I was. But like with Fiona, like when I met her, she was so freaking positive. It pissed me off. I was like, Fiona, just shut up. And like with Rita, Maddie, and Mary, like you guys are so sweet as well. I wish I got so much closer with y'all. But senior year, just definitely, I wish I was closer. I was more involved with theater than I was sophomore year because I wish I would have gotten a lot closer with like Priya or like MC or media. Like I wish I got closer with branding with like a lot of you. But basically, just like underclassmen, or if you're gonna be a senior, like cherish this because y'all are most likely gonna get the senior
senior year that we didn't get besides like the last activities, but like cherish it as much as you can, take it all in, because honestly it's gonna go by so quick. Like it's like just yesterday, I remember coming into freshman year not matching any of my clothes. And now this year, like I'm standing in front of you guys like saying this speech, and, like I don't know, it just hits home, and it actually hasn't even hit yet. I was talking about this with Fiona and Murphy, like it hasn't hit yet. So I'm just waiting for that time for it to hit harder. But like anyway, I'm so glad I was invested in theater. It definitely helped, and it's like it's crazy how a lot of us have that really tragic story, and it's theater that can help this out. But yeah, anyways, that's all I
Yes, Sophia.
Hello, computer people. So, I don't. So I've been thinking, and probably a lot of this is going to be rehashed what I said at senior circle, but not everyone was there for senior circle. So yeah. So ever since I was a little kid, I struggled with a lot of talking and self-confidence and theater. Ever since I discovered, I can act. I can act. It's not like I can act, but like I guess being a different character and or having lines memorized really helped a lot with my speaking difficulties, and I grew to love theater. And even then, I hadn't really had much of a track record of ever being seen as any more than, oh, hey, look at that kid, she wants to act, how cute. A lot of you probably have been me, like they want to act, let's just put them in the ensemble, turn on their mind. I'm not saying the ensemble is a bad thing. But it just sometimes I guess you can tell everyone gets the major parts. But anyway, I've always felt like, mediocre actor and at best, really, and also I've never really been much, and I didn't really get a ton of chances to act in middle school. For the first 2 years of high school, I had one acting thing I did, which was West Side Story at the JCC. Guess where I got cast? And then after that, some musical at the JCC I auditioned for, and guess what the kicker is? The kicker is that it's the first time in 10 years they didn't cast everybody who auditioned. Guess who didn't get cast?
She did.
Yeah. So I come into boss's class, having done 2 years at a different high school, and having just been turned down for a role for the first time in 10 years that this group has done this. So I come into boss's class like this as a new student, junior, at a completely new high school. I know one other kid in the class because she went to the same elementary school as me, and I haven't seen her since 4th grade. Eliana Shaw, if you're wondering. But and then I come into the class like I love theater, but I don't know what these people are gonna think. They probably have their own theater thing, and they're like, everyone welcomed me with open arms, and I was so glad for that. And for the first time in, I don't want to say in my life, maybe for the first time socially, I've had a group of people this big that actually, know my name, know more than just, oh, she wants to be in theater, how cute. And care about, maybe, I don't know if care about me is too strong a word, but.
No, we care about you, girl. That's the proper word. Accurate word.
Please, to everyone who's not a senior, please keep this in place where you can have the awkward
Thank you, everybody.
So when I started high school, a recurring thing for a lot of people, I struggled with making friends and staying and trying to be popular. But for the first, I'd say 6 weeks of high school, I sat outside and ate my lunch by myself, and I was about ready to give up. Not with life, but like at high school. Yes. No. And I was gonna give up trying to make friends. And then boss had me be in one of the black boxes, forced me to be in one of the black boxes. Mm-hmm. And I was so scared. I was so scared to come up. And you guys welcomed me in so much. And I gotta thank every single one of you, because I can't believe this is where I'm at. And the fact that everyone was so welcoming to have me in, I didn't think I would be at this point. And the fact that you guys, in supporting me, helped me find my purpose in life. And I know what I want to do, and I didn't know that. And you guys have been, everyone that's been in the movies has made, I'm sorry. I just thank you guys so much. And, when I think of everyone here, I don't think of a theater company, because it's not just a theater company. You guys are my family. So thank you so much for letting me be a part of this family.
Hello, y'all. So I've been a part of theater since my 7th grade year. I used to go around to different schools and different boys and girls clubs, and I would be a part of these plays. But all that kind of faded out once high school came. I joined Miss Boston's theater class, and I was just, a theater kid in her class. I wasn't a part of any of the musicals or the plays that they had. I was just in the class, and I just remember when there would be like ceremonies when we all would go in the auditorium and watch them do their teaser for the show, and I would just sit in the back, and I would just, this feeling inside of me would just feel like, I want to do that. I want to be up there on that stage. I can do that. And I just had so much love for the theater group, and I didn't really feel included because I wasn't really a part of that. I was in the class, but I really wasn't a part of the theater kids, And so then I want to say my sophomore year, I really started becoming more confident. And Murphy, I want to thank Murphy because he's seen something in me at a young age that I didn't see in myself. He's seen me for the goddess that I am. And this is when it boomed for me. I joined the Color Purple musical in theater camp. And I remember they were like casting roles, and I was this character named Mr., and it was a musical, mind you, so you have to sing. But I didn't know how to sing. I was like, Murphy, can you just give me a role where I ain't got to do that much singing? I'm not trying to do all that. And I remember these exact words. He's like, you can do it all. You can sing, you can dance, you can act. And I started to believe that. And the Color Purple was awesome. I put on this character, Mr., and I was feeling it. So ever since then, I have realized my worth. I have realized who I am. I have realized the woman that God has called me to be. I'm just so grateful. And I'm just so blessed. So thank you all. You guys are all good human beings. And I see each and every one of you for your soul. Forget color! Color doesn't matter! You guys are beautiful. You guys are beautiful. And you guys all have a purpose. The fact that you woke up this morning, you have a purpose. And God has something great for your life. I'm sorry.
Oh. This has basically been my life for the last 4 years. Initially, freshman year, when I walked to East, I didn't want to be that musical theater kid stereotype anymore. I was like, oh, that's over, that's in the past. I was like, I'm gonna be in choir, I'm gonna like learn to read music, she's gonna be like a vocalist, like yes, everything. And gosh, I remember me like every day basically, I hated my Spanish teacher, 3rd period. And I remember every day going down to Murphy's Theater 1 class with Alonzo and Alexis. If you don't know who that is, you know, Murphy always says that he has to thank them for bringing me into the program. And I remember coming down to that class every day and going, oh, this is really cool. I was like, wow. I think they were doing their lip sync, which is the Rockstar Project. And I remember watching everybody go, and I said, oh, I would do 10 times better. I said, okay, I want to do one just for fun. And Murphy was like, who are you? And I was like, listen, just play the song. It's about to happen. And I remember me doing that whole performance, and Murphy coming up to me after that class and going, you, the musical? Like, yes. Like, why weren't you in the play? And I was like, because I'm not one of those kids. I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm not one of those kids. He goes, you have to be in this musical. So I was really sitting on it for a while before audition time. And interestingly enough, the person that actually convinced me was Miss Matt. Ooh, God. What a world we live in when that's the case, right? God. So she's talking to the choir kid, and she's like, yeah, audition for the musical, they need singers and stuff, and just do it, because, you know, you can always get back on and sing. So I auditioned for the musical. I remember going in there and singing, something from Kinky Boots. I was obsessed with the show at the time. I sang something from Kinky Boots, and I really felt like I watched the entirety of the director's film just like take a step back for a second, like, who is this person here? Like, who is this? And I was like, bro, that was like me pulling something literally out of my ass. I was not prepared for this today. I just kind of did this. And I got cast, and I remember being called back for, I don't know how many of them. See, that's when they used to call you back for the roles specifically. And I remember getting called back for those roles, and you being like, ooh, this is feeling real nice. I remember singing for those roles, and then getting cast in ensemble. And I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm just a backyard actor type of chick. I don't know if I can do that. And we went into this show, and it just immediately started me. I was like, this world, this space, these people is so absolutely iconic. And as we worked that first number, Murphy goes, I need to hear like the sounds of the city. What does Chicago sound like? What does the sounds of the city sound like? He's like, I would love to hear like there's some kids can like step. Can anybody like step? Does anybody know how to step? And little like 14-year-old me being like, yeah, I know how to do a step. And Murphy going, okay, teach everybody to do this. And I was like, whoa, what do you mean, buddy? I was like, this is not what this is supposed to be. I was not supposed to be like teaching everybody the intro to the show. Like, if this falls apart, it's my fault. Like, what? Like, where did we get here? And I will never forget the first night of that show, me being like, even going back and watching it, me being like in the center of that stage, starting off that step. It was like my start. It was like my start. And I never could leave the program again. I just there I was. And oh gosh, there's so many different things. I could literally run through it because I've been here forever. But there's so many things that have been influential, from speech camps to theater camps. Don't ever tell yourself that you're not a camp type of kid. Like, that is the most fun. As a theater kid, getting a speech piece and like trying to do theater, trying to do speech, so much fun. Like, do those things. Have fun with it. Be willing to play. Gosh, be like Rita. Come as a new kid and audition for Once on This Island as a small man. Like, be that level of confident, okay? Like, always come in and be willing to play in the space no matter what anybody tells you. Because that's what makes you the best. Know who you are. Gosh. To the people that I leave the what is feels like whatever's left of the thing. Y'all cherish this, love this. Take inspiration of all the things that you have. You people that are going to be seniors next year, you guys are going to be the last group of people to remember Pippin. What a show to come in on as a freshman. Take inspiration from that. Never forget that. Always let that feed into your spirit, because that's what's going to keep you going. I never thought this day would come after all this time of being here, but I have to thank you. I became such a different person. From housework to everything. Literally just sitting in your office, talking for hours. I'm gonna listen to those things. And even though I'm not gonna be here doing more shows here, I'm never going to leave the stage. Because here I learned that is where I belong, and there's nothing that will ever be. So I thank each and every one of you for sitting and listening to me yell at you, call you awful, and just all the things. Thank you so much.
So if you can, truncate it a little bit. I hate to do that, I really do, but
Try to think about this. Yeah. Try to think about just say. Try to say. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Just say what you meant. Just say what you mean. Get to it. This is so. By the way, is this not cathartic for anybody else? Like, to hear people say goodbye in a way, it's helping in a. So thank you, guys. I'm learning so much.
Fiona, ladies.
Why do you want to goodbye?
You were the first people in the building to say, to believe in me, to say that I can. I remember right after Rock Star performance, I came up to you to get my rubric, and you were like, you were the people. And I never felt so seen. I was like, oh my God, really? Oh my God, thank you. And then after, like, our first read through with all the people who came up to me, I was like, I don't know who this man is, but I never heard about him. And he was like, you are sitting on hold. He was speaking some
Speaking that line.
just thank you for always believing me, sitting in offices and just telling me that I'm okay, telling me that I suck. Thank you for that. Really, I can't. But the one thing that I just want to leave with y'all, I'm someone who just lives solely in my head. I'm such an overthinker. It is so horrible. But theater was the thing that allowed me to step outside of that. Remind me that it's not all up here. It's y'all, it's the shows, it's people, it's all those other things. So please step outside of your head. You're so wonderful. You don't need to overthink everything, and I'm also just telling this to myself right now. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Please be present. Please have faith in yourself. Please speak goodness upon your beauty, your intelligence, your dreams. I have faith in all of y'all. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey. Oh, I love you guys so much.
I think for a lot of seniors, it's weird to get up here because this is really our final goodbye to a lot of you guys. This is the last time I'm sure I'm going to see some of your faces, and that's really weird to say. When I walked in the theater program my freshman year, I hope you guys don't remember my audition because it was god awful. It was so bad. I went in there and I was doing a poorly memorized thing that I found online, and I was mortified, and I just got in there and I didn't remember a single word, and I just improv'd it and left, and I just cried in the hallway. I so badly wanted to be in it, like I didn't get a call back. And then in your class, you just told me, you were like, wow, that was awful, and I was like, I know, Morgan, it was bad. And you were like, well, you're so much better than that. And hearing that as a freshman, really weird hearing that. So to start with that, Murphy, we had a lot of talks about parents in your class, a lot of talks about fathers, and I think I speak for a lot of us when you are just either dad, you are such powerful, such a bright man that I've been able to look up to for 4 years. And I've had some issues with my father, and I think you know a lot about that. He's really been someone that I look up to, someone that I learn a lot from. You're the only person when I talk to, I don't know what you say, what you're talking about, until like 3 months later, I'm like, oh shit.
You're like, genius.
Yeah. And I learned so much from you in the last 4 years, and I hope to continue to learn from you. And Bob, when I think about what it really means to be a strong leader, I always think of you. You're so strong and powerful, and I always want to encapsulate that in everything that I do. You are amazing. I'm so shocked when you put me in your 12 Angry Men's cast. I was like, wow, she likes me. Like, yes. To looking out to everyone else, one thing I have to say is just love each other. I'm so serious. Never stop loving each other. Love with your whole entire being. Love with your soul, and love with your heart, and love with your head, because it's going to give you so much more out of this program than if you're not doing that. Stop judging one another. We all make mistakes. You are the bad, you're the villain in some stories, and you're the hero in others, and that's for everyone. And remember that when you think about other people. Keep this program what it turned into this year. Keep it this wonderful, beautiful place. For some individual things, Sophia, you got me through so much. And I remember walking you to your little freshman speech round, and I just remember like, wow, this is someone that I want to be around forever. And you got me through Sister Act. You know what was happening. Oh God, that was horrible. But I was going through it, and you were always there for me, so thank you. Brandon, you got me through Diary of Anne Frank. I seriously love you so much. This little Brandon-sized hole in my heart. I'm going to miss you so incredibly much. Hi, Tiana. You've always been someone I really look up to you, and getting to work with you in my senior project this year was once in a lifetime. And I know one day I'm going to be like, she's my cast. Oh, no. We're totally winning here. Gus, we've known each other for 7 years, and it's always been so wonderful to have you in my life. I love you. You're absolutely delightful. And I really do mean it, guys. Love each other with everything that you have. Love your teachers, because they might make mistakes, but we still love them. Don't take next year for granted, because it's going to fly by. And don't take the year after that for granted. There's a lot of juniors, but seriously, it goes by so fast. I really do love you guys. Last summer was really hard for me. I don't know how I made it out of it alive, and I mean that in a lot of senses, and going into theater and actually having something to look forward to at the beginning of the year. Life changing. Thank you guys for putting on shows this year. Thank you for fighting for us this year, because that was one of the only things that got any of us through this year. It was you folks. So thank you.
I had a whole speech written, but fuck all that. I got a lot to fucking say about this department. I've been here all 4 years since my freshman year. My freshman year, all I ever thought was about was the theater department. Socially, creatively, emotionally, it was all, I was so invested, and I finally was like, oh, I found my safe space, like this is where I belong. Sorry, I'm Charlie. And then it wasn't mine anymore. My freshman year, I went through really hard shit a 14-year-old shouldn't have to go through. And I blamed a lot of it on theater, because that's where the person who gave me all this icky, disgusting shit was, and it was their department for a long time. It wasn't mine. And I'm sorry. I've in a show since my freshman year, and that show I really loved, and it just breaks my heart that year of my life was taken away. But I kind of left my sophomore year because I was hurting. And I came back my junior year, and Miss Voss introduced us for the first time. I was like, oh, like this is my family. Like my class, like I love, like they really love me, and I really love them. And after being fucking taken advantage of and just torn apart, coming back to that environment was really, if y'all need proof of how much I love you, I'm in my prom dress right now, even though prom was a fucking week ago. Yeah. And I graduated yesterday, and I'm tired, and I'm running on empty, but sorry. This department wasn't always my healer. But in the end, I may not have won anything ever in my life, but my seniors, y'all make me feel like a winner. And I love you guys.
This always happens, bro. So I was thinking in the back of listening to everybody's speeches, what did I want to say? What did I want to leave with you all? And I remembered something that is buried in my phone. And it's an email I sent to Murphy a few weeks into quarantine, after Sister Act. It's an apology, or as the subject says, a thank you. And I haven't read it all the way through, so we're going to be reading it together. And I think this is sort of off. Dear Murphy, I'll give you guys a date check. I sent this on April 5th of 2020. I don't have a time stamp, I'm sorry. Dear Murphy, in the past couple weeks I've had at home, I've been thinking a lot about the show we left off before all this chaos started. As you know better than anyone, Sister Act was a difficult show for me. Throughout the entire process, I was trying to find my place inside of it, my purpose amongst that big of a group. And up until even that last show, I still felt like I was finding my footing. The show is the most uncomfortable I have felt on stage in a long time. And that could be my own mental health or insecurities, or just that junior year hitting its breaking point.
But for the first time since I moved here, for the first time in my life performing, I felt like theater was taking from me more than it was giving. I felt so small, and like it would be more of a help if I was not on stage at all. I even joined tech midway through the show, trying to find not only where I was happy, but where I was helpful. I felt lost amongst that large of a group. I felt lost in God, in myself, and lost in theater. So I tried to find my way. I learned everyone's name in the cast and in the text so the group wouldn't feel so large. I prayed without knowing what I was doing, and I continued to show up every day whether I felt like myself or not. It was difficult for me. Most days were harder than they were easy, but I never stopped showing up and trying to help where I could and be as much as I could be, even if it wasn't as much as what it normally was. I thought about giving up on that show a lot of times, but I never did because I believed that I would learn more from my failures every day than I would learn from the safety of leaving. The thing is, Murphy, I spent most of the show waiting for it to be over, wanting the next thing, wanting to dive into a different story in hopes that I might find that footing again. And I didn't get to. There was no next thing. There was no different story to be told. There was just us at home. And the first thing I thought was, I hate that Sister Act is what I left off on. But as the days crept by, slowly I started to miss the things that I was so angry at every day. I missed how large that group was. I missed how my character shoes gave me blisters when I wore them for too long. I even started to miss how small I felt in this show. And then I realized how much I took for granted. How I spent months feeling like this show was working against me without knowing it would be the last time I would perform for months. And then all of a sudden I was wishing I had it back. Sister Act was not a show that was made for me, and that's okay, because that's not what it matters. What matters is what it taught me, but I guess that's the point of education here. I had to learn to be so unbelievably small in order to understand what my true job was. To make everyone else look good. It didn't matter that I was uncomfortable on stage as long as I took the moments I had to make my castmates feel comfortable. I learned that the most important thing is to keep showing up. Even when it's hard, and even when you feel like giving up, that you will always learn more from struggling through something than not doing it at all. And lastly, I learned to never take what I have for granted, because nothing is guaranteed. Because the show was the last thing I did my junior year, and I did it without knowing it was the last thing. The truth is, I know you were disappointed with me because I could have fought harder for a role. I could have done a lot of things different. But at the end of the day, I'm glad it was so difficult, and I'm glad my role was so small. Because it took this show being so heavy for me to learn a lesson you have been trying to teach me for the past 2 years. Nobody else will make you important. You have to make yourself important. I do listen when you speak, I hope you know. However, this wasn't a lesson that you could speak on to me. I had to live it to learn it. I promise I will never wish a show away again. I promise that I will always make myself important instead of waiting for someone else to say that I am. Thank you for teaching me that. I hope this message finds you well, and I hope that you and your family are safe and healthy during all of this. I want you to know I'm finding my footing, and that I wouldn't have failed. I wouldn't have if I hadn't failed so much along the way. Thank you for this year. I truly learned a lot. Best wishes for you. The email fucking said it all, y'all. Be grateful. This isn't ordinary. This is everything. And yesterday at graduation, I just had this moment where I walked out on the stage and it was just so surreal. And I was scared. And then I looked over and there was Fiona and Roxana